Alright folks, welcome back to the Rebel Meatball experience. Today we are going to be getting into the wild, wacky, and slightly disturbing world of Slay the Princess. Yep, you heard that right. Forget about saving the princess. In this game, we're here to slay her. Yeah, that's kind of a plot twist. Now, let me set the scene. We're in a spooky, definitely not up-to-date cabin in the middle of the woods. Very cabin in the woods vibe, if you will. You know, but minus the cliche horror tropes. Or maybe not. But there's a princess in the basement, and apparently she is the root of all evil. Plot twist number 2. But here's where things get a little bit spicy, my friends. This isn't your grandma's fairy tale. Oh no. The princess, she's charming, she's cunning, and she's got more tricks up her sleeve than a magician with, well, a really big sleeve. And she's out to get us. Now, I've been told that I have some serious riz, and I will need all of it and then some to be able to outsmart this princess, okay? Because she's gonna charm me. She's going to lie. And let's be honest, she's probably gonna kill me a dozen times over. But hey, that's quality entertainment, right? But fear not, my dear viewers. Oh no, don't fear. Your hero, Rebel Meatball, is on the case, and the fate of the world is on my shoulders, and I have been working out. By the way, if you guys want to see how I work out, you know, go catch the stream, you know, on Twitch, you know, fun stuff. I do a lot of push-ups, it's great. So I'm totally ready for this. Our mission's a simple one. Slay the princess, save the world. Simple, right? So grab your popcorn, hit that like button. Now, will I save the world or will I fall to the princess's charms? Stay tuned to find out. And remember, in the world of Slay the Princess, it's slay or be slayed. All right, whoa, hold up, my darling viewers. Before we venture into the belly of the beast, let's take a hot second to address the elephant in the room. And by elephant, I mean this giant, bold, in-your-face context warning. Now, for those of you with delicate sensibilities or those who get dizzy at the sight of a carousel, you might want to strap in. And just forewarning, there's going to be lights and all that stuff, so just a heads up. Slay the Princess apparently comes with all the bells and whistles, flickering images, parallax effects, and the occasional invitation to a motion sickness party. And let me tell you, that's a party you wouldn't want to overstay your welcome. If you guys need to hit pause at any point in the video, please feel free to. Obviously, you don't have to. It's just on YouTube. And now that we got the serious stuff out of the way, let's jump into the fray. And remember, safety first, all right? Safety first, and, you know, entertainment, that's a close second. Click. Whatever horrors you may find in dark spaces, have the heart to see them through. There is no premature endings. There is no wrong endings. There's only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This isn't just a horror game. This is a love story. This is a love story. Let's just hope that the biggest horror isn't the princess swiping left on us. Ugh. Alright, here we go. Into the abyss. Rebel Meatball, we're signing on for love. Let's go. Alright, enough talking. Whoa, hold up. This is a grim scene. That's our princess, folks. She looks like she's had better days. She's in shackles. There's a stone cold floor and a single light above her. Bravo, they've nailed the ambience of this. But fear not, my fair maiden, for Rebel Meatball is here to slay you. All right, let's not jump to conclusions, okay? Maybe she's really into the goth architecture. Maybe she's really into the goth architecture. Holy crap! Oh, that's so cool. Okay, all right, we see both sides of her. You know what? I was gonna say, like, she was giving us some serious damsel in distress vibes, but we need to approach with caution. All right. I feel like I've honestly been talking too much. Let's just new game. Let's just get into it. Chapter 1: The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
No pressure. Okay. I mean, sure, I've had some pretty dire warnings in my life. Do your laundry, or you'll have no clean socks. Eat your veggies, or you'll never grow big and strong. But this is like some next level shit, okay? The end of the world? I can't even commit to a Netflix series. Now, how am I supposed to commit to an apocalyptic prophecy? But hey, I'm a giver. I'm here to entertain. So if slaying the princess is what it takes to save the planet, then who am I to back down from a challenge? All right, let's do this for the world. For the world. Oh, I even have options. Okay. Let's see. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? That's a good one. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for this? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution! And silently continue to the cabin, turn around, and leave. The end of the world. I want to know what's going on. Okay, the end of the world. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
So when they said the end of the world, they just weren't throwing around clickbait titles like I do in my videos. No more birds, no more trees, and no more people. That means no more subscribers. If there's no more trees, I guess I'll save a fortune on my allergy meds. But no more people. Now that one hits hard. Who's gonna laugh at my jokes? Who's gonna leave witty comments for me down below on the YouTube? And then I pretend I don't read them. Alright, this just got real. It's no longer just about the princess or the cabin or even the game. It's about survival. And Rebel Meatball's on a mission to save humanity. So we're not just slaying the princess anymore. We're playing for keeps. But for the future of, the mankind, you're all here to witness it, okay? So, yep, alrighty. No more everything. But how can the princess be locked away in the basement?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Well, no biggie, right? Rebel Meatball's got this. It's okay. It's good. We got this. Just get in there, do what needs to be done. No dilly-dally, no silly shallying, definitely no lollygagging. I'm not even sure what exactly lollygagging means, but I am sure I won't be doing any of that. We're all counting on you. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
So I'm gonna go with the first option. Maybe I'll slay her.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Well, isn't that just the cherry on top of the doom and gloom sundae? We've got to hear her out, but watch out for the honey trap. Sounds like every bad date I've ever had, minus the end of the world stakes. Okay, so we listen, not too closely, kind of like if you're at a family dinner, right? Just nodding along, really thinking about the latest game drop. But hey, I've got the ultimate defense against sweet talk, okay? I am a professional. You can ask some of the people that's closest to me, but I am a professional BS detector, okay? It comes with the territory of being a top-tier gamer, you know, the grade A rebel Meatball. So bring on your honey words, princess.
Then
I got you.
Every one of us is doomed.
I wasn't done. Bring it on, princess. Your honey pot trap words won't work on me. It's fine.
Talk to her.
Yeah.
See how that turns out for all of us.
I am gonna go talk to her.
You make your way up
much.
a short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Ooh, look at the cabin. Oh, you know what? I really do like how everything moves around with my mouse.
We're not going to go through this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
That's true, yeah. Oh, that's the voice of the hero. That's me. We are supposed to save the princess, not slay them.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
You're the same. You sound like the same guy. I guess I'm going to proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh, sounds so ominous. Okay, do I click on the blade? Explore, take the blade. Yes, I'm going to take the blade.
Take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Yes. You know what? We're going to... Oh, my hand changed. Look at that. Now it's a blade. Okay. Yeah, you're right. It would be difficult to... All right, I guess we're going to enter in the basement. Let's go into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Princesses do not belong in the basement. You know what? Begs the question, is she really a princess? Is she really a princess?
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
That was not a voice I was expecting. I'm just gonna put that out there. That was not a voice I was expecting. Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi! Meatball, rebel, hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Okay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
And there it is, the moment of truth. We descend down the stairs, our destinies waiting in the shadows. Our eyes meet and bam! We're hit with the good old princess chained to the wall. Yes, that is a routine classic. But heavy change though, now that's a new level of princess security. Makes you wonder what kind of locksmith moonlights as a fairy tale dungeon decorator. But let's not get distracted by the decor, okay? We have a princess, well, not to save, but to deal with in a totally heroic, world-saving way. But just remember, the greatest weapon of all is the quick save option. So you know what? We're gonna actually quick save right now. Beautiful. I was like, yeah, the best option that there is the button of quick save. All right, Your Highness, let's see what you've got. Rebel Meatball's here, and I'm not afraid to use this dagger. Okay, all right.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Well, that was the idea. What? No way. Why would you even think that?
The giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Oh, this thing? This thing?
The
No.
blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
That is true. She is chained. We are heroes, and we have a code of honor. You know what? No. I'm dropping it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
I want to find out what you are.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Yes.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Blade on the floor. Check.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Oh, we're in a relationship. This is not normally how I start a relationship, but okay. A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Did she just, well, actually, Rebel, by definition. Okay, all right, fine, fair enough. Let's start with something simple. I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. You know what? Let's start with the name. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note
Okay.
the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
I'm here because you're supposed to end the world?
Don't just tell her that.
Why not?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
You think?
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If
Actually,
I'm
that's a
supposed
good
to
question.
be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I've been told enough. I was hoping that you'd tell me. But I'm sure that they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me. Remain silent. No, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them. Ooh. Listen, this is where I bust out the Riz. I was hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Damn. Valid. These are valid points.
There's a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
That is a good question. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
That's not a definite answer. How would I get you out of here?
Can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Listen, for all that I know, she could be innocent. And I'm looking over there. See, I'm not used to actually, fun fact, I'm not actually used to recording a bunch of videos. This is new for me. So I'm looking over in chat where I was like, no chat. Here's the thing. I don't know anything. I really don't know anything. We're just in the woods. She could be innocent. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decided... Oh, perfect. I'm doing that one.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
She's upsetty spaghetti.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Oh?
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Okay, things took a turn.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement. She's staying in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
I have the knife.
Slip these chains. She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. Do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid I already committed to not slaying her. I can't kill. You know what? No. Oh, that's a relief.
It's never too late to do the right thing. Now hurry. You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
What?
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow. We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat, with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Everything goes dark and you die. That's it. That's it. You're just dead.
You're on
Chapter
a
2,
path
the tower.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
What?
is a princess.
This says it's chapter 2. I'm alive?
You're
Okay.
here to slay her.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Wait, hasn't this happened already?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Is this Groundhog Day? Like, every time I die, do I just keep coming back? Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did. Oh my god, hiccups. Ugh. Why would I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Yes, it will.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Okay.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Of course we died. We couldn't land a single blow on her, and she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die.
Voice of the broken?
What are we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
Okay, so just straight in charge.
The other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yes, I am going to have to agree with that.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Well, we kind of started over again.
If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains, and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end. Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
Let's talk about this
Just be quick
princess.
about it.
She killed me last time around. How can I make sure it doesn't happen again? All she did last time was beat me to death. How can someone like that end the world? To quote you from the last time, she's just a princess. Why is she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands? Who locked her in the basement? And what is this place? These are all really, really good questions.
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go.
Just go in, do your job, save the world. So is that the game plan this time? I'm just gonna go in, just go for the stab and just be done with it? Who locked her in the basement?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
See, I feel like that this narrator is oversimplifying things. But fine. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Oh, we special.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell, the only thing special about us is that we get to experience painfully dying all over again.
Okay. Why are you being so cagey? What aren't you telling me? Yeah. All she did last time around was beat me to death. How can someone like that end the world?
Can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. We're not. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
Okay, this voice of the broken is
You're being
new.
annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for
Don't
everyone.
pledge yourself to
yourself
her?
included.
Okay.
I've
What
told you
aren't you
everything
telling
you
me?
need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Yeah. Go in, stab her, come out. Yeah, we're good. Okay.
The less you know about her, the better.
That sounds mighty suspicious. The less you know about someone that you're about to stab, the better. Okay. Alright, fine. That is all.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Just turn around and leave. Alright, we'll proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying? Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time. She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
Alright,
That's
proceed to
what
the
you
cabin.
want.
You know, I think that's how we're
don't
gonna
have
play
a
it this
say
time.
here.
We're just gonna go in, stab her. We're just gonna go in and give her the stabbings.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse.
Okay, the voice of the broken is really starting to remind me of Sadness. Y'all ever seen that movie? The Pixar movie with all the emotions? I feel like we're starting to get all the emotions here.
For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
The game is baiting me so hard.
Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am.
Please don't. I'd rather the princess kill us again than see how dreadful we are. I care less about what we look like and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
This whole cabin is different than the last time. Yeah.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
We totally have. I have it on video. I want to approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
But now there's not a mirror. Am I seeing things? All I know is I have a weird-ass hand. And yeah, let's take the blade.
Take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Alright, enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
I don't know, it's kind of nicer than last time.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
She sounds demented.
Booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you
want to go down there.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Alright, let's continue down.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
You look a little different than last
The
time.
chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
No.
As if on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor.
Oh shit. Never mind. I'm pretty sure I clicked the right thing. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I clicked the right thing.
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just going to let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade. Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
She's very demanding.
Kneel.
How about no?
Are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your legs buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
Yeah.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Oh, yeah?
That gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson.
Yeah, that she tells me to drop a knife and it's dropped.
You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? And you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her?
Stab her! Steer her! Steer her!
Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
What would you have me do? What do you have planned? These are explore. These aren't actually options. Pledge yourself to her. That was the one option that we were told to not do.
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
That's it. If you're so powerful, why can't you just break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can. It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do.
Oh?
The story of a terrible and bountiful god unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was.
Oh?
The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity.
Oh?
The song of you, being so struck by my glory, so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world.
I am like so terrified. And so, yeah. Okay, alright. She's got some dummy mommy vibes.
And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn. Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Damn. Okay, just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you have to actually do it. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
I have questions before I decide to do anything.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
She pissed.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Do you want me to be your pet? Is that what you're saying? You want me to be your pet? I'm not going to help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that.
I say,
I'm so gonna die. I'm gonna get killed again.
perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters. Pick up that needle.
No, not gonna do it.
It's what she wants. No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but you might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Wait, why? What are you going to try and make me do with it? Okay, so I don't get these options. I can... Wait, you're not kidding about the divine hand. Who's this? Is it her? Is it... I don't even get to...
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand!
This one's easy. See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably going to stand anyway.
Stop making me do these things! I got no willpower!
You can feel a creaking tension between body and will as you slowly rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce.
I can see all my other options, but I don't get no other options.
The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come dragging out the long, painful seconds. but all silences are broken eventually.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
Oh?
Take that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What? You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
I only get one. What kind of BS is that? I'm so dead.
Oh, we'll end this all right. Your hand lifts the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Oh, there's even a resist. There's even another option to resist. Slay the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move towards the princess.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson.
No.
Plunge that knife into your lungs.
I'm sorry. Don't. As you take another step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It somehow feels like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility. Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Oh, this is so brutal.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to her. It's what she wants. You, heroic one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. The blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece, at least for now.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird, thinking it can defy a god.
I got split personalities going on here.
It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
No, I'm going to slay the princess.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
Continue to approach the princess, even as the repeated gouges of your blade expose bone and muscle to the open air of the basement. You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far, and I can only juggle so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend with free will. You're the one making things difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
Stop.
As you finish crossing the room, you fall to your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor, the coppery taste coating your throat. The princess kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before. Perhaps, if you've learned your lesson, I can spare you from the release of death.
That's a little demeaning, isn't it? Yes, how thoughtful of her. It's a mercy. Take it. I think he's given up whatever say he had at the start of all this. At least one of you is sane. She's within striking distance, and she's only negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. Seize the moment before it's too late.
Slay!
Yes. Though your body trembles, struggling to defend itself in the face of the princess's overwhelming will, you finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react. The wind of your freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance. She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees. But you don't give her any time to recover. Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade... We can do this, can't we? You always could. The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
This is intense.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness. Shut up.
I can't believe you would actually strike me.
You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet. There's an unsettling pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest.
She chest bursts
Your body
me?
is crushed as she pulverizes you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
You're monsters and conspirators. I can't bear to watch this. The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I don't feel liberated. I feel empty. Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together.
So we both die. Okay, well, mission complete.
I suppose we were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we? Don't let those be your final thoughts. You saved the world. That's worth something. I guess.
I guess.
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
He just says that so everything goes dark, and you die. Okay. Chapter 3.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
Yeah, okay, what the hell is this?
I think he's upset. And what's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
You're damn right we did. You'll get over it.
Okay, things are taking a interesting twist here. What is going
Can't say I
on?
have much sympathy for you. She was bad for us, and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed.
Now we have a new voice. Now we have a voice of the stubborn.
All right, enough chatter. I've got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a... If your thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her, and it's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it?
Yeah.
This is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here. Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different, isn't it?
Just a little different.
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that.
Okay.
Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted. So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. I know all sorts of things, which is why you should listen to me. That's not really an answer. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
No more do-overs. Okay, all right. Is it because we died? Like, we slayed the princess.
Don't worry. We only need this one last go at things. You'd better hope that's true. And don't let that inflated ego get in the way of doing your job.
If there's still a princess at the cabin, maybe we can salvage things. Maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Shut up!
Cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now. You're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
Oh, there's so much more to this. You said it yourself that you know more than what you're letting on. If you want me to go to the cabin, you better tell us everything. Feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice. If I don't slay her, if I just stay here or do anything else, what happens? Oh, what happens? Oh, yeah. I'm done with this. Bye. Turns around and leaves. Okay, this one.
So what if I'm speaking my mind? It's not like I've ever really got a say in things.
What a crock of shit. Yeah, you stabbed us last time, repeatedly.
It's true.
It didn't even work. It doesn't count.
We died! If you didn't submit to her, for all we know, that wouldn't have happened.
It's the punishment you all deserved for not listening to me. To her.
Aside from our sulking friend, I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change. The second he tries something, I'll put a stop to it.
All right, well, no matter what happens next, seems our answer's at the cabin. We might as well see this through. Proceed to the cabin.
Good, we're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
End her.
That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. That's fine
Yeah.
by me. Let's get moving. I'm itching for a rematch.
Proceed to the cabin. All right, let's see how this cabin looks this
The
time.
interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat. That's horrible. You did this. The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
So, did this map happen because of how the broken was cleaving into us?
The
Interesting.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It's that mirror again, and this time it's blocking the door. You didn't mention the mirror last time either. Why? How are we supposed to get into the basement? There's no door. There's just a mirror there at the door. Take the blade.
A mirror? There is no mirror. We've done this already. Try to keep up. The repetition is maddening. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say exactly?
Things with us. That we're succumbing to madness, that something in us is broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste
But
time
sure.
on any of you. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again. You take the blade from the pedestal. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel. You step forward and approach the door to the
mirror?
basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
Smash it. Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see now? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. I'm with him. Smash it. Let's get violent already. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
I'm just gonna wipe the mirror
Reach
clean.
forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
Ooh.
The air
Okay.
is thick, its odor an oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I really do feel like we're having deja vu at this point. If the princess lives here.
Her voice
Yeah, okay.
of bellowing rage roars up the stairs.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
Got to stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination. We're going to put an end to her once and for all.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
She was going to end the world last time. If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important.
Okay. Alright, continue down the stairs. Let's see
You
what
make your
we're
way
dealing
to the
with.
bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood,
Ooh.
a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Nope, but I don't think it's kinky, because your feet are literally in the shape of heels.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground. She pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you. Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen. Screw that. We can win. We've done it before, and we'll do it again, only this time we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
Hold on. What is history? Oh, okay. That's literally just... That's nothing. Given up on destroying the world, have we? What happened to you? Wait, we don't have to do this? I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry for what I did to you. Please just listen to me. I'm going to end you. Slay the princess. She's kind of coming at me. Do I just want to straight up be like, giving up on destroying the world, have we?
The world hasn't wronged me the way you have. Maybe I'll get around to it eventually, though. Once I've had my fill of you.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction. Horrifying squelch. You are unwound.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever.
Do I get another option?
Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
True to her word, you do not die by her hand. But something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator is gone.
Does that mean the world ended?
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. I think I'm supposed to look in the mirror.
Something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I don't want to look at us.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's like it's mocking us.
I feel anxious. Does anyone else feel anxious? I'm begging
all right.
you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the low quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Good point. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Let her out of there, and are you what sent me to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Sometimes.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
More perspectives. Interesting. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you are going to do?
You ask of things that destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being you're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
What? Everything goes dark, and you die. Bull. That was bullshit. Okay. Okay, and then it starts us right back to the beginning.
You're on a path in the woods.
And then it starts us on right back to the beginning.
And in the basement of that
Okay. My goodness gracious. You know what? That was an excellent game. Honestly, like that was so much more interesting than what I actually thought it was going to be. I ended up finding it on Steam. It's really, really great. If you guys have not checked it out, check out Slay the Princess. It is super, super fun. And apparently there's so much more things that you can do in it. But alrighty, arcade dwellers, that is a wrap on Slay the Princess. Now, we laughed, we cried, we almost got bamboozled. We almost got bamboozled by some royal charm, but in the end, we came, we saw, we conquered, and we ended up restarting. Now, a big shout out to everyone who, who joins the live streams and everything. Your comments, theories, wild guesses, everything like that. It's super duper fun, and it's absolutely fantastic. Anyways, keep your notifications on and join me on the next time where you too can be part of the legend. And until then, keep rolling those dice, keep slaying those dragons, or in this case, princesses, slaying the princesses, or whatever the game throws at you. And as always, I will see you on the next one.